Hello folks, I was just watching some close calls on the internet. Actually it was over the Pacific someplace, some Japanese airlines and Korean airlines or whatever, and they got close and the controllers made the one go up and the one go down, and they were just doing the opposite of what they were supposed to do. But that brought my attention to an incident when I was a kid, and we lived in Chatham. We lived in Chatham until, well, we moved in 1967, so it had to be prior to 1967. And I hear this change of jet engine noise, and I look up, and I see looked like a 747, but I'm starting to wonder if the 747 was actually running in 67, because when I was in college they were testing them out. I don't know what to see, but in any event, it was a big jet, and it pulled back the throttles, and it was diving under a commuter plane, which it almost rear-ended. And we were on Meyersville Road in Chatham, 77 miles of road, and this thing was almost over the house. And they were both heading, I guess, if the road went east and west, I believe, so this would be northeast. They were both going more or less northeast. And like I said, the jet, you could hear the turbines slow down, like ooh, and it just inched up and was able to tuck underneath this smaller commuter. I forget now. It must have been a prop commuter, turboprop of some sort. And after it happened, I called up Newark and said, "What the hell was going on up there?" I said, "I saw a very close call," and they wouldn't admit that there was a close call. I guess it's bad for business or something. They didn't want to do an incident on it. Well, I guess you don't ask the aircraft controllers to start talking about the fact that they let two planes get very, very, very close to each other, to the point where the one had to take evasive actions and throttle back and dive down underneath the other plane. And that was, like I said, in Chatham. We moved out of Chatham in 1967, around that time. So I'm going to have to double check when the 747 was actually flying commercially. And I'm starting to think now that it might have been after 1967, but I'll double check that. All I know it was a big jet, so it wasn't an L-1011, it wasn't a DC-10. Those were second generation, I guess, jets at that point. So it was something big, and I could have sworn it was a 747, but we'll see. Anyhow, that's a story of what could have been a real disaster over Chatham, New Jersey, and it just turned out that they couldn't have missed more than 100 feet. 50 or 100 feet, I would say, would be about it, as he slid underneath the other plane. And I wonder if the other plane even knew at that point how close they were to being, totally demolished. They both would have been demolished, but in any event, you guys take care. Have a happy 2018. Healthy, happy, and prosperous.